WP Curation Pro Review and Bonus, brought to you by CBAffiliateMarketingTips.com. In this review, we will go through how this WordPress plugin will help you, along with a complete demo of each of the 3 features. Plus, I will show you the bonus package you will receive for purchasing WP Curation Pro through the link below this video. Now let's hand this off to Abbas as he takes us through the demonstration of the WP Curation Pro WordPress plugin.
Hi guys, Abs here and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be taking you over a brand new WordPress plugin that we've developed and some of the features that it includes. Now to better help explain those features, I'm going to take you over to a presentation that we put together earlier this year, and it was titled Google Rankings in 2017. In the document, or in this presentation, we spoke about the Google Fresh Factor, which is also known as the Fresh Rank, and we spoke about query deserves freshness, documents freshness, and related document freshness. So in short guys, every document on the internet has a freshness score, and the reason every document on the internet has a freshness score is because Google doesn't want to show out-of-date, stale content in the search engines. And they have various methods to determine a document's freshness. The document itself can indicate freshness, or the documents related to a document can indicate a freshness too. And there's many other ways that that Google can determine a document's freshness. So they can determine a document's freshness by the freshness by inception date, by change in your content, by the rate of document change, by new page creation, by rate of new link growth signals, by links from fresh sites past fresh value, and so much more. So in this video, we're going to focus on one of the features of our main WordPress plugin, which works with the change in your content, guys, and gives you a freshness boost and keeps your freshness score high by automating the change in your content. So let's have a look what I've written down here. I've written search engines can score regularly updated content for freshness differently from content that doesn't change. So in this case, the amount of change on your web page plays a role. A small change such as navigation, date, time, tags, etc. won't impact as much as a change in your core document. In fact, guys, I don't think I even wrote this myself. If my knowledge recalls properly, then we took this from a Google patent, which was known as information retrieval on historical data, and Google outlines this themselves, guys. Why they don't want to show out-of-date content, because it's stale content, guys, and that's not what the user wants, and what features and what kind of methods they put into position and in place to overcome those issues, because that's a big problem for Google. And one of them was a fresh factor, guys. So anyway, if you haven't seen this video, guys, then come along and do watch the video. It's really cool. Okay, we even speak about how does this affect your PBNs, and we actually have a closer look at the patent itself as well. So anyway, let's come back over to our website, guys. So what I'm going to be showing you is how our new plugin works with the Google Fresh Factor in such a way that it allows you to automatically update your posts, and it allows you to automatically create new pages as well on external sites that link back to your post as well, guys. So you're getting a freshness boost from both areas, from related documents linking to your post and from your post being updated itself. So anyway, I've got a post down here, guys. It's about 2,000 words in length, guys. It's got images in here. It's using headings in here. It's nicely optimized. It's using alternative text, guys. And let's just say, for example, I posted this today, and in a couple of days' time, we were ranking on the first page of Google. Now, let's just say, for example, in 9 months' time, or in one year's time, or in 1.5 years' time, we didn't update this document, we didn't create links to this document either, or this post, guys, then would our position still be ranking, or would our article still be ranking high in Google? Now let's just say, for example, this is still relevant in 1.5 years' time. It doesn't need to be updated. But the answer is, guys, well, firstly, we don't know how fresh your content needs to be to rank in Google. We can try and guess it, and we can try and gauge it, and I'll show you how. Just type in your main keyword in here. So for example, video marketing. have a look at the results in Google and have a look at the actual dates they're showing. So for example, 3rd of February 2017, 10th of October 2017, 5th of January 2017, 28th of January 2017, 28th of September 2017, and then you can try and average it out and gauge an inception date and gauge the kind of age that your content needs to be. Now let's just say, for example, your article become 1.5 years old and you know what, you lost the freshness score. You're not sending signals to Google that the document's still relevant because you're not updating it. It's just old in their cache. You're not creating new links to this post, guys, so you're not giving it a related document freshness boost, and at the same time you might even be losing links, which is telling Google, well, you know what, fewer sites are linking to this post now, or sites that were linking to this post are no longer linking to it, which means it's no longer relevant. We're going to reduce the freshness factor and the freshness score, and in turn you're going to be ranking lower in the search engines. And you might have sites, guys, that I'll just put up the other day or after a couple of months or whatever, and they've added content and it's not as good as your content, however they're outranking you, and the reason they're outranking you is because they've got a higher freshness score, as opposed to yours being stale content, or Google is looking at it now as stale content. So anyway, our latest plugin, guys, allows you to benefit from this, and it does it in an automated way. And the way it does this, guys, is you'd add your article inside of here, a nice long article, the kind of article that you want to add in here. Now just remember, guys, when you're making changes to your document, that it needs to be main changes to your core document, not small changes, and not changes just to your sidebar and to small links and this and that. You want to add images in there as well, guys, when you get this updated as well. So our plugin allows you to do all this. So let's just say, for example, we've added our article the way we want it to look now, and let's just say we wanted this part here to be updated at a later date. What we can do now is just highlight any part of the content that we want to be updated at a later date, click on add shortcode replacement. We can select a date, so let's just say, for example, the 9th of December, because today is the 9th of November, and we'll say we want it to be syndicated to all of these social sites as well, and we want to use this image here, for example. You don't have to use an image, you can use an image from your own main post as well if you wanted to. And down here you can actually see an editor, guys, and in this editor we'll see all of the content that we highlighted on this post here. Okay, and as you can see, it's all down here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on submit, and what's going to happen now is the content has been taken away from our editor and it's been replaced with a shortcode. Okay, and when I look down here, we've got a new shortcode down here. If I click on this, guys, that it tells us that this content here that we've got inside of this editor here is going to be updated onto our post on the 9th of December 2017, and it's going to be automatically posted to Tumblr, Twitter and Pinterest with our URL to this post as well, guys. What that means is in a month's time, this post has been scheduled. It's got internal parts within the post that are now being scheduled for a later date, guys. And at the same time, we're going to get new links being created from these social sites as well. I can come down here, guys, I can say, okay, now I want to take this whole area out and I want this whole area to be updated at a later date. So again, we can see all of our content inside of the editor down here. Okay, we can come up here and we can say, okay, but this time I want it to be posted on January the 9th. So this is 2 months later, and I want it to be syndicated to Tumblr and Twitter. I don't want an image added from my image library. Okay, you can actually go through your whole entire image library down here and just drag any image you want down here, guys, if you wanted to have that syndicated and that goes updated. And I'm going to click on submit. What's going to happen now, guys, is again, this has now been removed from our editor. Okay, as you can see, was this the one? No, that was the first one. Okay, here's the second one, guys. And if you have a look up here as well, you can see it says down here now on the 9th of January 2018, we're going to have this content added to our main post, and it's going to automatically be syndicated to Tumblr, Twitter, and whatever other sites we had. I can come down here, guys, and I can add, let's just say, for example, this whole area as well. Okay, and I'm going to click on add shortcode replacement, and I'm going to have this one this time for February the 9th, and we'll have this posted only to Pinterest. And you've got the editor down here, guys, and you can add whatever you want to this as well, should you wish. But obviously, oops, I don't want to do that. Okay, we can come down even further and we can say we want this to be added at a later date as well. And if you want, you can even have them added so that they go out on exactly the same date as well, guys. So let's say March the 9th this time, and this time we want them syndicated to all three. And I'm going to click on submit. Okay, so what happens, guys, is when I publish this post now, these shortcodes are not going to show on our main site. Okay, when we syndicate this post, then these, as long as you're syndicating it through the system itself, because it allows you to syndicate as well, then these shortcodes are not going to be showing on your social sites. Instead, what's going to happen, guys, is when these dates kick in, then the content that should be shown here, which you can see matching down here, guys, with the shortcode. So this content here will be added in position of where this shortcode is here, guys, in exactly the same format as when we actually copied it from down here, guys. Okay, when it comes down to the date for this one here, then this will be replaced with the content that's added in the matching one down here, guys. But what happens at the same time is, let's have a look down here. What we've done, we've actually added this post now, guys, and we've set it to automatically update all the way until March. We can continue to do this and continue to come here, continue to add more to it as well, guys, and continue to schedule parts of this post to be updated at a future date. But what we're doing at the same time, guys, is we're doing two things. We're publishing the post today, for example, and just to let you know, this actually works on older posts as well, guys. But if this was a new post, we're publishing the post today, okay, and then when it comes to 1 month time, 9th of December, we're going to add some more content to this post. So we're making a change in the document. So Google's going to see that change, and we're going to get a freshness boost from that. And at the same time, we're going to syndicate the post again to Tumblr, Twitter, and Pinterest. And we're going to create new pages on Tumblr, Twitter, and Pinterest that are going to link back to our post. So we're creating new documents that are related to our main document, and we're going to get a related document boost, a freshness boost from those documents or from those new posts that are being created as well, guys. So this is on 9th of December 2017, and then again in January, automatically we're going to get another boost, guys. We're going to have content changes inside of here, guys, and then on the 9th of January we're going to get them syndicated to Tumblr and Twitter. And then again, if we come down here, guys, this time on the 9th of February we're going to get new content added, and this time it's going to get syndicated only to Pinterest. And then again on the 9th of March we're going to get new content added, and it's going to be syndicated to Tumblr, Twitter, and Pinterest. So when you're inside of your WordPress post editor, or inside of your WordPress post or page section, and you're ready to create a new post, then you're going to have the menu section towards the right hand side, and it looks very similar to WP Content Ranker. And throughout this video I'll be pointing out the key differences and showing you exactly why they actually work absolutely beautiful together. So anyway, when you come to make a WordPress post, or when you come to make a new post on your website, then you're going to either make a post because you've got something to blog about, or because you've done some research and you're finding your competitors are talking about a certain subject and you should be blogging about it as well. So for example, if I'm in the SEO industry, I might go over to websites like SEO Roundtable, I might be going over to Search Engine Land, I might be going over to Backlinko, I might be going over to Google Webmaster Forums and whatnot. And after I've done my research, I'm going to come along and I'm going to be creating my blog post. So what WP Curation Pro does, it allows you to bring all of your research, all of your findings and everything together into one place where you can create your post and perform absolutely fantastic curation as well. And it does this, and it does this based on feeds. So I'm going to click the feeds icon here, and I'm going to actually maximize this area here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to work with this. Now, just to let you know, you can actually maximize this and do whatever you want with this here, but we'll keep it like around here for now. So in the back end, you're going to be able to add your own categories, and you're going to be able to add your own feeds as well. So for my categories, I've added SEO, I've added HubSpot, I've added video marketing, and I've added a testing category as well. So with SEO, I'll quickly double click on SEO Roundtable. But what you can see is when I've double clicked on SEO Roundtable, the server is going ahead and getting the posts from SEO Roundtable, and it's going to list them here so I can go through them one at a time. I've got a feed from Search Engine Land, from Mozblog, and from Matthew Woodward, and the plugin actually allows you to go ahead and search for these feeds, and this is how the majority of these feeds came about here. What I can do now is I can click on, so these are feeds that I've shortlisted, or these are websites that I've shortlisted that I would go to go and do some research if I want to actually perform a blog post, because I've got a blog about SEO. So for example, if you got a blog about, say, cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, then you might have categories, or you might have feeds in here that are all related to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and the latest news and trends. If you got something about cannabis, then you might have feeds in here about cannabis blogs and muscle building, with muscle building blogs and whatnot. So anyway, I've got SEO down here, so I can actually click on any one of these posts down here, and what happens is WP Curation Pro will load a HTML view of the actual post down here, which you can scroll through, you can look up and down to as well, and it will also show you a text view, it'll show you headings view, H1s, H2s, H3s and H4s if there are any. It'll give you meta descriptions and meta tags. Tags are meta keywords if they've got any on there. It'll give you LSI terms, and it'll give you images as well. Now when it comes to LSI terms, then because we are not searching for a keyword, what WP Curation Pro does, it actually takes all of the content in the text area and it removes some ignore words that we don't want to use, things like and, if, what, and which aren't niche specific. And then what it does, it actually calculates how many times these words are used and shows you the most used words towards the top. So for example, mid-November Google algorithm search ranking update, the most used terms in here are keywords such as search, Google, SEO, update, forum, algorithm, Yahoo, updates, news and ranking. And then you've got 2 phrases, you've got 3 phrases, and then you can actually check these with your own as well. So it's very, very similar to how WP Content Ranker works, but it works based off feeds. So for example, I can go over to HubSpot and I can have the server, or I can have the plugin go ahead and visit HubSpot and bring back all the details here. I can go over and I can click on this, go over to the HTML view. And again, I don't even need to leave my WordPress blog, and I can do all of my research from here. Now, the really cool thing about this, guys, is let's say, for example, I'm writing an article, or let's say I've done my research and I've said, okay, I want to write about, how to grow brand awareness. And I've written some details about how to grow brand awareness, and now I wanted to do some curation. Okay, I can come along here. I can also get ideas from here, and I got the idea of creating brand awareness post because of this feed here. I can actually just highlight whatever area I want, for example, and I can drag it and I can drop it into my content area, and it's fully in there. I can go over to the images section, I can drag and drop, I can drag and drop an image in here, and the image is in there as well. I can go back over to the HTML section if I want. I can drag and drop sections inside of the content area. And that's been added in the wrong area. It's always a good idea to actually add some blank spaces. And the cool thing about this dialog box is you can close it, and wherever you was, guys, you're going to be able to open it up again. So for example, I can come back over to this dialog box now. I can go over to feeds, and we're on exactly the same location again. Okay, so if I wanted this section here, for example, I can drag it and I can drop it into my content area, and we've got it down here as well. Okay, and don't forget, guys, you might actually have your own article down here, and then you're saying, okay, well, you know what, I want this section down here to be added at a later date, in which case you can make use of the shortcode, and you can say, okay, I want this added on, I don't know, let's say December the 14th. Just remember to watch the video below this video if you haven't already seen this. I'll have these auto syndicated to these areas here. I've just multi-dragged that image there, and I'm going to click on OK. Okay, and now that's been replaced with a shortcode, and you can see the details that are going to get syndicated, that are going to get auto updated next month. And this is how you work with WP Curation Pro. And when you're looking to do proper curation, guys, and you need to leave link backs as well, then you've got the whole link area down here. So after you've taken your area, you can say okay, and this is a link back to this original article down here, which is absolutely beautiful, guys. Very, very simple, very straightforward as well. Now there are a few other things that you can do with WP Curation Pro as well. So for example, I'll go over to feeds again. What I can do, I can actually press Control A, highlight it all, and drag it all and drop it into my text editor. So it might be easier for me to actually work with everything inside of my text area and leave everything out. And then what I can do is I can actually go ahead and start formatting it all in the way that I would like. So for example, I don't want none of these areas down here. I don't want her picture in there as well. This is the writer. Instead, I'm going to leave a link back to the actual site. So I don't want that in there as well. I might not want this image in here as well. I might think that this image is too large. And then, you know what, we've got all these links down here. Okay, so I might not want the links. I'll highlight everything and I'll remove all links. Okay, I don't even think this is a link down here. Okay, but every other link has been removed. I don't know why that wasn't removed. I think that's an image. There we go. It's an image. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So and then what I can do is go ahead and say, okay, I want to go ahead and spin it all, and I can make use of the best spinner or spin rewriter. Now when you're spinning, that isn't true curation, guys. Now the best way to do it is say, okay, you know, this is an article that I curated, or I got details from, and I got it from this area here, and this is the website link, and that's your true curation there. But you might want to spin it. So if you want to spin it, you can spin it, guys. You can also syndicate the content. Syndicating the content allows you to syndicate it to Twitter, Tumblr, and Pinterest. What you can also do as well, guys, which is really, really cool, is instead of just working with feeds, let's just make some space on here. Yeah, okay, so instead of working with just feeds, guys, what the plugin allowed you to do is work with video channels as well. So inside the video, as you can see, I've got an abs category, I've got SEO video marketing test category. Abs category is only my videos, so only my channel. So down here, I can actually click on here and I can go ahead and view the video. If I want to watch the video. My computer's running fairly slow today, guys, so I do apologize. Or I can just drag it and drop it inside of my text area and add the video of my choice. And I can play the video here as well if I want to play the video as well. And if I go over to the SEO category, guys, I can double click this this one here. Oops, I haven't double clicked it. Okay, and as you can see, I've got all the videos coming in from this channel here. If I double click this one here, I'm gonna have all the videos coming in from this channel here. Now the cool thing about this, guys, is because we work with the channel URL and the video URL, then it means every time a video is uploaded on the channel, you're always gonna get new details down here. So if you come here tomorrow and a new video was added yesterday or today, then you'll be able to see that new video down here as well. So as and when new videos show on the channel, you're gonna be able to see them down here as well. And adding them is drag and drop easy as well. So anyway, this was how WP Curation Pro works, guys. Into the settings area, and I'll quickly show you how this works. So we've got the ignore list and that, guys. I don't want to bore you with that. But with the categories and feeds and YouTube, guys, you can add your own category. So I can say test 1, for example. And when I go over to test 1, I can go ahead and, like, if I click on SEO, you can see all of my feeds inside of there. HubSpot, you can see my feeds in there and whatnot. I can go over to test 1, click on add, and when I click down here, I can add any feed I like, guys. 1 per line, my choice. Or I can have the plugin go ahead and do a search for us. So for example, SEO, and it's going to pull back these feeds down here. I can go ahead, choose whichever ones I want. I can go ahead and click them and go into one of them inside of the inside of my browser first, and then I can go ahead, if I'm happy with them, drag and drop them inside of here, click on here, and as you can see, these have been added. The same is true with YouTube as well. I go over to abs. As you can see, I've got one URL in there. I've got 2 in there. I've got 1 in there. I've got 1 in there, and I can go ahead and add my own one as well in here. And what happens is whatever ones you add inside of here will then become available inside of your area down here. So the plugin will actually grow with you. The more you add to the plugin, the more your details and data you're going to be able to work with. The more blogs and the more competitors and everything you want to keep an eye on, guys, you're going to be able to keep an eye on them as soon as you make a post on your WordPress site. So it's really cool. It gives some powerful features by your side, so that you can really start producing quality content and producing quality curated content as well, and really, you know, keeping an eye on your competitors at the same time. I'm going to be showing you how you can use WP Curation Pro to add supplementary content alongside your own content, or how you can create an auto blog, an auto curated blog that gets indexed by Google, and that can actually rank as well, guys, depending on your website authority. Now it's all curated as well, guys, and you do have a number of options to perform other kind of alterations to the actual posts. So it actually works on this section here, WP Curation Pro. I'll actually show you a blog first of all, a dummy blog that I've created, guys, using WP Curation Pro just for this video. So this is a blog down here, guys. I'll actually take you over to the home page. Okay, and every single post on this blog has been added by WP Curation Pro, and it's automatic, guys. Okay, so let me just go over to here. This is using various feeds. So we have an introduction area down here. We have all of the formatting and everything coming over from the actual websites, guys, or from the actual feeds. we can actually go over to them and have a look at different ones, guys. So different websites are going to have different formatting, so you're going to have different formatting on your own blog as well, guys. But the main thing is that it looks good. Okay, and what you can see as well, guys, is towards the top we introduce the actual post. We leave a link back to our own post as well, guys, if you want to leave a link back to your own post. And then you can add the content from the actual post down here, and then what we do is we close it off by leaving a conclusion. Okay, so we have a conclusion down here, guys, and then we leave a link back to the original source of the actual post as well. Okay, now this is true curation, guys. However, what I must note to you guys, because this is a demonstration and an example blog, then the actual spin syntax that I'm using to introduce the articles and that I'm using to close the articles are not very good whatsoever, guys. So please don't base your judgment on the spin syntax and how this part makes no sense whatsoever. But everything down here, everything else down here is actual true authority content and curated content from the sites that I chose to curate the content from and automatically add it to my blog. Okay, so I've actually got this open up in Chrome as well, guys, just to show you that these do get indexed as well. So I added these about 2 days ago, guys. So as you can see from 2 days ago, we've got a bunch of these posts that have actually already been indexed, and I'm sure Google's going to go around and index many more as well. Now, do they rank inside of Google, guys? Well, we can type in the titles inside of Google to see if they do rank. However, I must mention to you guys, this is a blog called Nichepedia, and it hasn't got any authority to it, and I highly doubt it's going to rank. But you know what, they're being indexed by Google, guys, and the competition doesn't look too fierce down here, so we could look at this as well. We're certainly not going to be on the first page of Google, and I highly doubt we're going to be on the second page. Oh, here we go, fantastic stuff. Okay, so we're actually on the page, we're page number 2 of Google, guys, with content that we've curated automatically on our blog, guys. So this is content that Google likes, it's authority content, Google's picking up on it, and Google's giving and rewarding us for it as well. Okay, so how can you actually work with this? So let me take you over to the blog. So these are all articles that I've added down here, automatically curated, guys. This is the test blog. We've even got a quick comment on one of them, probably spam. Okay, so let me show you how this works, guys. So this works based off templates. So as you can see down here, we've got SEMrush, Kissmetrics, Backlinko, and Ahref, guys. 4 templates I've added for auto posting, guys, and each one has their own rules. So let me take you over to SEMrush and show you exactly how SEMrush looks and how I've set it up. The very first thing is, guys, if you have a look at this section up here, it gives you some details about when the next post is going to be from this feed here, what the current server time is. It tells you how many posts per day has been set up for this feed, and it tells you how many posts is made today for this feed. It also tells you a daily global limit count. So let's say, for example, you have 15 feeds added, but you didn't want more than 15 posts added to your site, then you can set this up to whatever count you want as well. It also tells you a global daily limit count. So for example, we've set this to have a maximum of 15 posts a day. To at the moment it's only done up to 6. Okay, it gives you a global weekly limit count and a global weekly current count as well, guys. So obviously we're on Monday, this has started again, guys. I believe this should be on 3. I don't know why it's actually on 2, but maybe it gets updated at certain times. Okay, you can activate the feed, or you can activate the template, or you can deactivate it whenever you want, guys. You can name the feed. Good idea to name it so that you know exactly where your content is coming in from. The title of the feed, guys, you can have your own title. You can have stuff after this as well if you want to. Alternatively, you can just have feed title shortcode, which will then replace the actual feed title with the, will replace the post title with the actual title of the entry that we're curating or that we're posting. You can choose a category that you want to post to. If you don't have a category down here that you like and you want to create a new one, you can go over to categories and create a new one, and then it'll be selectable down here. Okay, now over to the post body, guys. So this section here, feed content, guys, is what's going to be taken from the actual source. So all of this content down here that you're seeing underneath the conclusion section or introduction section is where we get the feed content from, guys. You can add anything above it, you can add anything below it. Spin syntax is fully supported, guys. Okay, and as you can see, we've got the feed title added into the post as well, and I'm actually linking back to the same page that we're going to post to. So as you can see from up here, guys, when we look at this, we link back to the same post. Okay, which is really cool, guys, and everything can be added from down here. So add feed content shortcode, add feed title shortcode, and obviously if you want to have it anchored, then you have to highlight the text and then click on add link back to post. Okay, but we don't want to mess around with this at the moment because everything's already set up for us, guys. And you can use feed title and feed content wherever you want, but just remember feed content is going to be huge depending on how big the post is as well, so you only really want to use it once. Okay, you can here you'd add the feed URL. You can click on check feed. It'll go ahead and check the feed to see how many entries are inside of the feed. You can strip the links from the feed. So for example, when we go over to this post here, you might see that it actually has links inside of here. However, inside of this post here, all of the links, as you can see, SEMrush account, and if you have a look on here, sign to SEMrush account, the link has been stripped, guys, because we've told it to strip the links. You can add them in here if you want to, guys. It's entirely up to you. You can enable the best spinner and spin rewriter. If you do this, guys, then it's not going to be proper curation. However, it will allow you to take all of the content from the feed entries, send them over to spin rewriter, spin them, untangle them, and then add them over to your post. So that's totally unique. Okay, so as you can see, this feed's got 20 entries. This checkbox here is asking you, do you want to ignore those entries and only post new entries that come into the feed, or do you want to post those entries as well, guys? In which case you can, if you want to post those entries, you can check, you can just leave it blank. If you want to ignore them and only add new entries, then you'll check this down here. Okay, add link back to the source. So do you want to add a link back, which true curation you will do, guys, to the actual source where the article was taken from? And if you do, then what do you want the anchor text to be? So as you can see down here, we have URL to original source, guys, and it links back to the actual article that we took it from, or the page that we took it from. Okay, so max posts per day. How many posts do you want from this feed per day? Just in case you have, like, let's say the Evening Telegraph or some news article feed that has multiple posts being added on a daily basis, you can actually restrict it. You can tell it when you want to perform the post, between what time and what time. And then here's a really cool thing here as well, guys. Remove the last X paragraphs from the feed, from the entry, guys. So let's just say, for example, down here, or let's say you come up with a feed, guys, and you found that the last article was always about sign up to SEMrush, or about the author, for example, here, or whatever. What you can do then is tell the software here is, well, you know what, I want you to strip the last 3 articles from this feed, guys. So if we have a look down here, this one stops at number 4, log into AdWords. If we have a look down here, log into AdWords, guys. And as you can see, these 3 last paragraphs have actually been stripped from this down here. Detailed but worth it. This is our last area we got down here, guys, and we've stripped all of this area down here. And the way we've done that, guys, is by using this area down here, remove last X paragraphs. Okay, and then you can enable to publish it, or you can enable it so that you can, or you can disable it and have it only working so that it's posting as a draft. So when you are posting as draft, guys, I'll give you an example. So this is my blog here. I can come along here, and as you can see, we got video SEO, the definitive guide. We analyze 1.3 million YouTube videos. Here's what we learned about YouTube SEO. So these are drafts down here, guys. If I like any of the titles, I can come along, and this is all taken from the feed as well, guys. I can come along and I can introduce the article down here, and as you can see towards the bottom, guys, as a draft note, it's actually added in the link back to the post as well, to the source. So here we go, and this is taken from Backlinko, guys, and I can come along and add my own conclusion, add my own introduction as well, and then really have some curated content added to a category of my choice, and I can actually have more control of what's actually being added to the blog, as opposed to just having it automatically curated for me. And the way we do this, guys, is just, for example, if we go over to Backlinko, is keep on active, and towards the bottom is disable enable publish, and as you can see, I've only got feed content in here, and I've had feed title in here, so that everything gets added as a draft, in exactly the way that I want it to be added. So anyway, guys, this is the last feature of WP Curation Pro. I really hope you have enjoyed what I've had to share with you over the course of these 3 videos, guys. Now, of course, I know many of you guys are very, very busy towards the end of the year. The reason we had to create 3 videos is because it's a huge plugin and it's got so many different features. You've got features for increasing your Google Fresh factor, you've got features for being able to curate and create content, and you've got features to automatically add content, supplementary content alongside your own content, or to create an auto blog as well.
That great review and demonstration of the WP Curation Pro WordPress plugin. Now, this bonus package that you will receive for buying through the link below this video is a great complement to all the brand new traffic you'll be receiving with this plugin. So since you're receiving a lot more traffic, we want you to be able to monetize your blog. So the first bonus is the 10K email manifesto. This is how to start an email biz that makes you 10K a month, the real math behind scaling a small list into a huge one and making a profit along the way. This is how newbies can start an email biz in 7 days. The value of this bonus is $497. Bonus number 2, list building on steroids. With all this new traffic you'll be receiving, you'll want to build a big list. This bonus will help you teach you how to build a huge list fast and double your commissions with a simple strategy. And this bonus is valued at $97. And bonus number 3, commission blueprint. This is a super affiliate blueprint that generated over $5K in 12 months. You learn how to start from scratch with no connections or product and become a super affiliate in 2018 and beyond. This is a great way to monetize your blog with affiliate products that your visitors will be looking for. This bonus has a value of $97. So click the link below to secure your copy of WP Curation Pro and your bonus package. Bonuses will be automatically delivered to your Warrior Plus account after purchase. So please visit cbaffiliatemarketingtips.com/WP Curation Pro to get your copy of this WordPress plugin now.